Hi Capricorn, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading. I hope everybody is doing well. I am going to take a second just to remind everyone that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Capricorn out there. So guys, take what resonates for you and just leave the rest for someone else. The energy could reverse. So if you are resonating, please get in where you fit in, but don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you, Capricorn. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Capricorn? Capricorn. Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, you are starting out with the Emperor in reverse. You have the Four of Swords and you have the Hangman. So something here has spun out of control. I feel like you may be trying to control the situation, but you could be a little misguided in the way you're trying to control it. I do feel like you're in this Four of Swords energy, so you've taken a step back. You're recognizing that it's just gone out of control, and you're just waiting. You're waiting. There's a lack of communication. You're just taking a break from the situation and you're waiting. So let's see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Capricorn's energy. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. We have the Page of Pentacles. And coming out together, we have Judgment reversed along with the Knight of Wands in the reverse. All right, so the person that's in your energy, I feel like the reason this is out of control is because this person has acted without regard to this connection. They could be involved with someone new, or there could have been a text that was sent or some sort of communication that was sent. But regardless, it was kind of in this energy of I don't care type of energy. I do feel that this is somebody that you may have had an argument of some sort. The situation, like I said, has kind of spun out of control. This person may feel that they're just done with the situation. I'm getting the energy, Capricorn, of somebody who has moved on with someone new. They don't want to reconcile in this situation. But yet they didn't even communicate this with you. It's almost like they just left you to find out that there was somebody new in the energy. I do feel like this person is questioning whether or not they have made a poor judgment call, but they're not going to tell you that. So let me see the energy between Capricorn and this person. Show me the energy between Capricorn and this person. Page of Cups. Yeah, you may feel this person owes you an apology. I do feel like there's still emotions here, which is why they're still in your energy. And it's why it's evoking all these emotions. I do also feel like this person has moved towards someone new. Show me what's affecting this connection. Show me what's affecting this connection. This does appear to be somebody who speaks without thinking. So they could be highly emotional in how they communicate and yet a bit immature. Ten of Wands. So there's been a lot of problems in this connection. Yeah, there's been a lot of problems. And you might have been on a break with this person and then this person decided to begin dating someone else. I do feel like a lot of these problems were not discussed. They were not approached. They were not talked about. Oh, some of you share a child. Oh, yeah. Some of you have a child together. But as far as the connection itself, there's definitely a lot of problems. Let me see. Show me the outcome for Capricorn. The Queen of Cups. Well, that's good. The Queen of Cups is a very loving energy, a very open-hearted, loving energy. You might be dealing with a Pisces, Scorpio, or a Cancer sign. Very strong Scorpio. I don't know how we're getting to this Queen of Cups. We're going to have to clarify it because I'm seeing that you're very withdrawn and you're kind of waiting. Now, it could be that you're waiting for love to come into your life. Yeah. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands. Wow. Okay. So that's an underlying energy. If you're waiting for love and passion, it's coming. Ace of Wands is a very fiery, very passionate new beginning. So I'm going to have to clarify this one for sure. All right, so let's look at your energy. Spirit, why is the Emperor in reverse for Capricorn? Yeah, to get to the Ten of Wands, Capricorn, problems have been building for a long time. Yeah, the Tower and the Seven of Cups. So you're experiencing a Tower moment. It could be because of the problems within this connection, or it could be because this person now has other options. There's a lot of confusion in your energy. There's for some of you, you may be trying to control the situation by withdrawing. It's just, everything is just really spun out of control with this person, but they're kind of acting like they don't care. I don't think that's true, but that's the impression they're giving. Why is the Four of Swords here? Why is the Four of Swords here for Capricorn? Because I see this person questioning whether they used good judgment about something. All right, so the Nine of Wands, Page of Pentacles reversed, and the Ace of Wands reversed. So whatever these problems are, all of this stuff that's going on, it's been going on for a long time. This is not your first rodeo with this person. I can see here that, you know, that there is a sense of pulling back, feeling exhausted, not trusting this person. There's been an ending within this connection. Page of Pentacles in the reverse also indicates not only that you are not talking with this person, but that you feel this person, because they have Page of Pentacles upright, that you feel this person is responsible for the problems, that you feel that they're responsible for this ending as well. I do feel that you've withdrawn. You're not talking to them. You're really taking a break here. And I also see that in your energy, there may have been somebody that you were interested in that you called it off with. And that's part of the issue as well. It's almost like this person is saying, well, they've got somebody new, but when you had somebody new, it wasn't okay. So let me look at the Hangman. Show me the Hangman. So you're definitely taking a break from this person. Show me the Hangman. There's that Ten of Wands again. And the Devil. Ouch. Okay. Now that is a sign of Capricorn. So I see that you are, you know, kind of stepping into your power. You're waiting for true love. And you're recognizing that there are just so many problems in this connection. It's overwhelming and you're tired. You're exhausted. So I can understand why you took a break, why you took a step back. Let's look at this person's energy. You may be feeling this person is really toxic. With all the problems that are here, let's look at their energy. Why is the Nine of Swords in reverse for the person in Capricorn's energy? Show me the Nine of Swords reversed. All right, we have the Five of Cups. We have the Three of Coins reversed, and we have the Empress. You might be dealing with a twin flame connection here, or a deep soulmate connection. I do see that there's been a solid foundation that has collapsed. And as a result, this person has been very sad. They've been questioning whether or not you actually ever loved them. Empress can be a mother. It can be a baby mama. So I do feel like this person at some point was very nurturing, but this is a maternal energy that is here. So some of you may have a child together, or, you know, there's just this very maternal energy that has been here. It could also be that, you know, a very strong older female has affected this connection. Perhaps their mother, or perhaps, you know, even a sister. It's a female energy that's affected the connection. And I will say as well that this person has been very uncooperative as a result of that person in the energy. Yeah. They are sad though, but they're acting like they're unbothered. That's not the case, but that's the image that they're giving off. The image they're giving off is, I've got it all together. I've got it all going on. I have someone new in my energy. I don't have to listen to what you have to say. But when they're at home alone, when they're, you know, it's nighttime, they're sad. Let me see the Page of Pentacles. Why is the Page of Pentacles here? All right, we have the Sun in reverse. And we have the Ten of Cups. Yeah, they were unhappy. This person is extremely unhappy. And I do feel like while they were unhappy, they met somebody. I think it was hidden. It was hidden. I don't think you knew about it. And then it was revealed. It got brought out in the open. So, yeah, they had somebody in their back pocket here. Yeah, they had someone in their back pocket, and I do feel like that was part of the reason for their attitude and the problems in the connection. Let me see the bottom energy. You might be dealing with a Leo, Taurus, Libra energy is here. Show me the bottom energy for the person in Capricorn's energy. Pisces energy. Okay, so we have the Six of Wands, we have the Ten of Swords, and we have the Hangman. You both have the Hangman, which is interesting. So this person feels as if perhaps they said some things or didn't say some things that they should have. I do feel that they were waiting for this to be a successful connection, but it just never came about. I do see a very painful ending. They may be trying to hide that painful ending from you. They were also, it looks like, for some of you, they may have been hiding a third party that was newer in their energy. I do feel like they're very unhappy, though. This is not someone who is extremely happy. They're uncooperative, and they definitely wear a false mask. For some of you, this person could be in the public eye in some manner. I do feel that this is someone who you may have had an on and off again relationship with this person, but they're basically saying, you know, this has been very painful for them. If they betrayed you with someone new, they're acknowledging that they used poor judgment here. Ultimately, you're both waiting for love, though. You're both waiting for true love. Interesting. So let me look at, show me the Page of Cups. Show me the energy between Capricorn and this person. Show me the energy between Capricorn and this person. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands and we have the Star card, Aquarian energy. Yeah, like I said, for some of you, there's a child involved. For others of you, you may feel this person owes you an apology for bringing someone new into the situation. This person that's in your energy, they have actually been rather sad. There's this energy of them wearing a false mask, presenting as if they are happy and they've got it all together, when in fact they've actually been sad, if not depressed, at the ending of this connection between the two of you. I do feel like they are beginning to feel hopeful now. They're either hopeful about new love, or they could be hopeful that new love is coming. But again, for some of you, this person did have someone in their back pocket. In your energy, I feel like there's a lot of confusion. You've gone through a tower moment. You feel like whatever took place here spun out of control. And I do feel like you are making plans. Some of you making plans to move forward, or making plans to move in another direction. There's a choice here that you're trying to make. Yeah. And it has to do with love. It could be love of a child, or it could be, you know, that you're waiting for that new person. So let me see the Ten of Wands. I definitely feel like there's been a lot that has gone on between you and this person over an extended amount of time. And it's been building up, building up. Yeah, we have the Fool. And we have the Chariot. This person could be physically moving, or they could live at a distance. That could be part of the problem, the issue. I feel like this person is unhappy and they had made a decision to move forward. And that's when they met this person, if there is someone new in their energy. If there's not, they are definitely hoping to find someone new. Now, in your energy, I feel like you're moving on from this. This has been going on for a very long time. You pulled back. You decided to take a break here. I don't feel like there was anyone in your energy when you pulled back to take that break. But now with the Fool, you're saying, I'm making plans for a new beginning for myself. I'm waiting for real love. And when it comes to me, I'm going to take that leap of faith. I feel like there's just these problems just built one rod at a time, more and more and more. And over a length of time, there were more problems than there was feelings and emotions, you know, at least positive feelings and emotions. I do feel like both of you are actually quite unhappy for quite some time. This person is moving forward. I feel like you are taking a leap of faith as well. Let me look at the Queen of Cups. Show me the outcome for Capricorn. Show me the outcome for Capricorn. Okay, we have the Four of Cups reversed. We have the Knight of Swords reversed. Harsh words were spoken. The King of Cups and the Two of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so we have both the King and the Queen of Cups. We have both of you waiting for true love. We have harsh words that were spoken here, and then no communication. The problems still remain. There was an argument for sure. You went through a tower moment. You're feeling like this person is rather toxic. And so I do see that there's an ending here as you take your power back. And again, you want true love. You want to come into connection with your person, not somebody that creates drama, not somebody that brings in third parties, not somebody who's toxic. You want your divine partner. You want your equal partner here, and you're willing to wait for it. Yeah. Now, in their energy, what they're finding is that they're realizing they made some pretty bad judgment calls here. And I do feel like they're still thinking about you. They're still, they're realizing here that they were either focused on a third party or they were focused on the past. Particularly, there's a sense here of a painful ending. And I do feel like there was a lot of inconsistency with this person. And they're basically saying, I want true love in my life too. But now they're realizing that that might have been you. You might have been the person that was really going to love them the way they truly wanted to be loved. So there was a poor judgment call that was made here. And this person is now thinking about you. You're accepting that the two of you have nothing in common, that you're not on the same page. You feel they're toxic, and you are waiting for your divine partner to come in. So you have this new beginning that is coming in, but you have to end this first and close out this chapter. And this has been a quite chaotic chapter. You have this Ten of Wands twice, and it's deeply affected this connection. So I do feel like you're exhausted from it. I do feel like once you close this out, that's when this Ace of Wands will come in. And you're fixing to come into a very loving and very passionate connection. Holy smokes, bottom of the deck is the Four of Wands. You might wind up marrying this other person that you will meet. I don't think you've met that person yet. I think you're in the process of closing this out and coming to terms with everything that's happened. But if you haven't met that person, they're coming into your energy very quickly, very quickly. And it could lead to marriage. It could lead to a very steady, very solid connection, and very passionate and very loving. So you got to get through this first, but you've got great things coming. You really do. All right, I'm going to pull an oracle card, Capricorn, and we'll see if there's any advice. It says, opportunity to forgive. This situation brings you the opportunity to heal, grow, and release negative patterns. Hold the intention of seeing the other person's inner divine light and goodness. We will help you release unforgiving thoughts, feelings, and energies, and lift you to a higher place of peace and compassion. So you may have to forgive this person in order to be able to move forward, having a clean and open heart at that point, because that's when your divine partner is coming in, and it looks phenomenal. So, don't hold on to bitterness. I hope that this has been helpful, Capricorn. If you've resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hype the video if you get the opportunity. Until I see you in the next reading, Capricorn, know that you are loved. And namaste.